5400D fairway mower can't start.
Most likely issue here is that one of the safety switches is not working properly. You actually will need to do a complete electrical test to find the problem, but I would start with any of the safety switches. Usually it is the brake/clutch switch or the mower engagement switch. But on this one, it could be any one of these safety switches or any of the wires or connections that may not be making a good connection. It also could be a broken wire. Another possibility is that the solenoid may be bad, or there might be a bad connection to the solenoid, or even a bad connection where the negative battery cable connects to the frame. Other than these items, it is just going to take a complete electrical test. 1. If you get nothing at all, then it could be a fuse that has blown and needs replaced. They are usually located behind the dash or on the war harness. You should be able to trace the wires starting at the ignition switch and find the fuse. It also could be a safety switch that is not working correctly. Their main safety switches to check are the mower deck engagement switch. Many times the customer forgets to turn the mower deck off after the belt breaks and they have to shut off the engine. Check to make sure that the mower deck is shut off. Also, the mower deck switch may be bad, or even the wires may be disconnected, or even just have a bad connection. The next switch is the clutch/brake switch. It could be bad, or it might not be getting pushed all the way down by the pedal actuating the switch. Make sure that this switch is working right. There also could be other wires that may not be getting a good connections, such as the ground cable where it attaches to the frame of the tractor, or even the battery cables where they attach to the solenoid or even at the battery. 2. If the engine is making a clicking noise, and is clicking more than once, this could be because of a bad connection of the battery cables, as I just mentioned above. Or it could be a solenoid that has gone bad. It can also be a battery that is not charged enough, or even a bad battery. Yes, I know that you said, yeah, check the battery. But you must have a battery that has at least 300 to 350 cranking amps. And if you bought a cheap battery from a discount store or a home center, many of these batteries are bad right off the shelf and very seldom have the required 300 to 350 cranking amps. A new battery may also not be charged all the way when you buy it. Make sure that you charge the new battery at 6 amps for about 8 hours. 3. If the engine only clicks once, then you may have a locked up engine. This can be caused by many things. First, you may have gas or oil in the cylinder, spark plug hole, and this will keep the engine from turning over. This is called a hider lock. Take the spark plug out and try to turn the engine over with the starter and see if it will turn over. If it does, then you will likely see gas or oil pushed out of the spark plug hole. Make sure that you get all of this out. Sometimes a sudden stop can cause the oil to get in there, but usually the cause is that the carburetor is dirty and the carburetor is leaking fuel past the float needle and seat. In this case, the carburetor may need to be cleaned and rebuilt with a new carburetor repair kit. If this is not the case, then the engine may be locked up because of lack of oil and the engine will need to be overhauled or replaced. 4. If the engine tries to turn over, but stops shortly after it tries, then you most likely need to have the valves adjusted. These valves should be adjusted at least every 2 years. Most people do not know this, and then this problem occurs. What may be happening is that when the valve gap gets too wide, the compression release does not work. Then the engine has too much compression and the starter cannot turn the engine over. The correct valve gap should be between 0.004 and 0.006 between the rocker arms and the valve stems when the valves are completely closed. These are the most likely possibilities. Let me know what you find out and I will be more than happy to continue with you until we find the real problem. If you need any more help with this, you can contact me here at this question. Even after you have given me a good rating. Please leave a good rating for me, as that is the only way I get paid for my time. You may also consider sending a bonus if I have been helpful. If you cannot give me one of the highest ratings, then please do not rate me at all until we discuss this answer further and you are happy with my answer. Ranwell 14113616848200949.
If you have a home improvement or appliance question and want to chat with an expert now, visit justanswer.com/YTHI.